G'day guys, welcome back to another video with Enno here from Fantasy Take TV. Today we'll be going through the round 21 review. Another decent week for me. Have been some pretty good weeks mostly until the last couple sort of halted a bit. The rise in the ranks, it was looking like 1,000 each week I was making up, but as I said, as you get higher it is harder to keep doing that, of course. So I think last week I went up 20 spots, this week another 300 spots, so can't complain overall. But with 2 rounds to go, I think it's pretty clear, sitting at 2.3k, won't be getting the top 1,000. That I guess is always the aim at the end of the year. A top 1,000 rank is always pretty good. Still top 1% technically, you're sort of top 2,000 of 170,000 coaches, but yeah, always want the top 1,000. But I think, as I've said as well before, from where I came from, being 20,000th about 2 months ago, can't be too upset. Missed a few good picks along the way, but we've made it up in other areas. So can't be too upset. 2,518. I think pretty much 2,500 this week would have seen a rise in the ranks, unless you're way at the top. And then 5 out of 5 league wins. So only one of them matters to me. Through to the semi in the cash league with some mates. So hopefully get across the line this week and maybe get something out of the season. But as far as overall, we'll go into that now and have a look at how the team went. So I'll just scroll down to fit all that in, as SuperCoach always does this sort of. There we go. Might have to zoom out. But starting in defence, Sinclair was just his usual self. He's been really good, really good since getting him in. Dawson, same can be said. Those two have been great all year, and I guess I can say the same about Sicily as well. Maybe he's had a few more down weeks than the other two, but he's still always around the ton mark, and still has that average at a healthy 112. So these three have pretty much been the top 3 defenders all year. Of course, Stewart, who I started as well, was definitely one of those, and probably the top one, to be honest, but got suspended, had to get rid of him, and then since coming back, turned up last week or week before, and then got tagged this week, which, to be honest, the fact that I couldn't own Stewart for the run home, and it was such a good run home, obviously that helps a bit, but look, you can't really see that coming too much. He's probably a player that should get more attention at times, but dropped to 50 or something, so that definitely helped me. Dacos has just been unbelievable the last couple of months. Just ridiculous amount of composure, cool calmness from the kid in the back half. Of course, it's a very friendly role, but he plays it so well, and obviously just biding his time until he gets a big enough frame and some muscle on to go into the midfield. But who knows if that happens next year? Might play another season and a half back. Who knows? Doc finally got a pretty good score from Doc after getting him in a couple of weeks ago for Hewitt. I think 2 or 3 weeks ago. He was really good. And then Shorty on the bench used the captaincy loophole with Rory Thompson there. And Shorty, I think he had a good first half scoring-wise, but couldn't really kick on, which has been much of the story with him for the last couple of months. Midfield, Took worked through a tag pretty nicely. I think most of his scoring was from just some tackles. Merritt, on the other hand, not as good through the tag. He historically hasn't been too good with one. But Parrish is back now, so hopefully he doesn't see too much attention from here on out. I think what have they got? Port and the Tigers or something like that. So a couple of good matchups. Clary locked in that VC on Friday night. He was immense. The Demons, much of that midfield really was, but they couldn't get over the line in the end. But locked in the VC on Clary. Neil was good yesterday. Just standard Neil, really. Was dominating the midfield for most part. The Blues weren't too great in there themselves, so he was pretty good. Steele, not too great, didn't catch the game, but the Saints just really poor, and Steele he's been okay up until really this week. The sub ton, he's I think done every week since I got him, but he's been alright. Obviously you look at this team, glaring hole, no Rory Laird, and if I could take any of the midfielders out, I'd almost probably have you take out 6 of them to get Laird in a heartbeat. You wouldn't worry about losing any of these. For Rory Laird, he's just been on an absolute immense run, so it'd be nice if I could get him, but he's obviously it was ungettable for me about 6 weeks ago, so That's all right. Then track was really good as well. Sort of faded in the last 5 minutes and lost a few points for it, but he was good. Brayshaw, not the best game from him. So started really poorly, I think, and that's what hurt him. A few clangers early, and then was sort of behind the 8 ball as he usually are. And then McRae just, this is what he's doing now. Just his sort of 90s, flat 100s, and hasn't really hit a big score in a while. So he's probably not starting next year, which is disappointing. And he's been so good for so long. But unless I guess we see Dunks leave the club, is the only way I would probably consider him at this stage. But yeah, he's been such a stalwart for SuperCoach for 4 or 5 years, and who knows, maybe it's just a down patch and overthinking it, but he'll definitely be the cheapest he's been in a while next year. Witts finally got a big score again, so he's down to $4.99k after getting him in for about $6.20, so that was well overdue. And then the Shrek just, he's the same price. It's just not been good recently. He scores, he got 80 Dream Team, I think, and I guess he only probably had a couple of hit-outs to advantage and not many at all, and the Dogs absolutely sharked them all. So, every sharked hit-out in SuperCoach is -1, whereas obviously ones to advantage are +4, +5, depending on scaling and whatever. So you probably must have had not many at all. The Dogs midfield is obviously hard, and the Freo mids have been doing it for a while. They just haven't had that greatest connection as far as, getting the hit too. So is what it is. His actual work in the contest with his hands and in tight has actually been really good. He just isn't really getting much marks around the ground, so the marks are big. You want a couple of contested marks a game, and then he hasn't really kicked a goal in a while either when he's spending time forward. So I think Tab is out this week, so he might have to. But yeah, if you can get Shrek up to Gawn, I would do it in a heartbeat. I can't remember what Gawn is worth, but you probably need a bit of cash in the bank to do it. So, because Gordon's look really, really good. He's back to sort of full fitness. So, if you could do that with your last trade, I think I'd do that. And we're probably talking about the podcast tonight, but I'd probably do that over moving on Shorty. I mean, Shorty's probably good for your 80, whatever. And unless you're getting like a Sinclair, which would be like a plus probably 40 every week, almost guaranteed. If you already have the 3 top defenders there, and a couple, other decent enough ones, I think the upgrade from short to, who would you even get? Dale or something like that, is less than what I think the Shrek to Gawn upgrade would be. And who knows, Shrek could come out and go banging. In the last couple of weeks, I think he went 150 on Nick Nat last time they played last year. So who knows? But he isn't in the greatest form that he's known or has been, in the past. And then the forward line was just solid. A ton from Bont, pretty much a ton from Parker, from Dill. Dunks went nuts, which is good to see just for him, even though we all own him. And then English another 80, and Baz just absolutely torching the footy like you wouldn't believe. Had another 30 and a goal, and the fact he just can't ton from that is annoying. But that's Baz. That is absolutely just Baz. So hopefully he fixes it up for the last couple of weeks, because having to go cogs to him last week really hasn't helped. Just if I had Paul's cover last week, or Rioli, look at this. I get them both there on the, not needed this week. Had neither of them last week to cover cogs, and I would have an extra trade, and I could consider maybe, a short or a Shrek out. But yeah, anyway, it is what it is. So I think, that's it. Got cover on every line. Massimo, I think, probably won't come back. So I think, I take that back. I don't have cover in defence, so we hope no injuries there in the last couple of weeks. But other than that, there's not really too much else to talk about. We'll leave most of the discussion points to the podcast tonight. So I guess we'll just have a quick look at something, maybe my history, the season rankers. I think we looked a few weeks ago, came down at 30k I was, so even lower than 20 what I thought. So 30, and then just worked slowly up, a couple, 1,000 each week, and then sort of last couple of weeks just sort of stagnated. So top 2k I guess would be the best result. 1,000 is top 1,000 definitely is out of the question. But look, the last top 3,000, top 1,000, 2 last week, not great. In the last 2 weeks, really not the best, but really have helped me rise over the last few weeks. But yeah, that's the team. I will be doing an FPL vid. I'll record it now, but probably just release it later tonight. Sort of spread it out, and then of course the podcast as well will be later on tonight as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you went well this week. Let me know how you're going for the last couple of weeks. You got any trades? Crips will be a talking point as well. See how the suspension or what happens there, and options for him. But other than that, we'll catch you in the next video, guys. Cheers.
Got the mojo deals, we been tripping like the 80s. Pulling out the coupe at the lot.